As a striker, your aim is to be dangerous. It's to be an absolute nuisance for the opposition backline. It's to be a menace. It's to be an absolute handful. What does that mean? It means when your centre-backs are circulating the ball from side to side, then your left-back has it, then it goes into your number 6, then it comes back out. Whatever's happening in your team's build-up phase, you're just circulating. Maybe you drop in, but you don't get the ball, and then you spin out again. You're just asking questions. Are you going to follow me in places that you don't want to go? So, for example, you can drop in when your left-sided centre-back has the ball, and you're not really asking for the ball as well. You're just dropping in, asking the question, will this 5 follow? Because if this 5 follows you, guess who's getting the ball in behind? It's the left winger making that inverted run. It's the number 10 spinning in behind with this ball going over the top. And then if the centre-backs don't follow you, you're the free player. So you could get the ball in a pocket of space on the half turn, and then you create problems. So your number 10 could drop in. As you drop in from the back line, this 6 might follow, and if your centre-back can break lines into the pocket on your back foot, and now you can drive. Or you can start to float in line with the ball and then drop into that pocket of space. So if your left winger is hugging the touchline and this number 10 is slightly moving inside, look at this pocket of space that you can collect the ball in. You can just roam, and then suddenly you drop in, the centre-back fires it into your back foot, or your centre defensive midfielder fires it into your back foot in that pocket on the half turn, and now you can just make things happen. Because once again, if you are dropping in into a strange position for a striker, which is in this pocket here, who's going to track you? Is it this centre-back? Because if this centre-back follows all the way here, look at that space in behind for your number 7, for your number 11 to even drift across, for your number 8, for your number 10 to make runs in behind. So you can always operate in those squares in line with the ball. If the centre-back passes to your other centre-back here, to the right side, you can drift to this area, and maybe your winger becomes the striker, just creating problems, interchanging positions, roaming, and just asking questions. You can drop in, drag the 4, and then you spin in behind and you receive the ball over the top in behind. But that would require the opposition to have a higher press. So if the opposition are pressing slightly higher and now they're leaving space in behind, that's where you use your game initiative, your game understanding to realize, where's the space? Oh, the space is in behind. How can I exploit that? I'm going to drop in. This number 4 might follow. Then I'm going to spin in behind and the ball could be floated over the top and I'm in on goal. And then that's the next point, your 1v1 finishing ability. Potentially the most important aspect of you being a successful striker at any team, at any level of football. Your 1v1 finishing, because you will find yourself in these positions a lot where the opposition have pushed up the pitch, you're the outlet, ball in behind, 1v1 finishing. Do you have the composure to roll the ball to either side of the keeper? You don't have to break the world record for shooting power. You don't have to break the net. You just have to find a corner and roll the ball in and celebrate afterwards. Happy days. So when you're in these scenarios, can you make up your mind and just simply pass the ball into the net? Just think like you're passing the ball to a teammate, but the teammate happens to be on the goal line, and that's it. And you've got to realize whenever you drop into these pockets here in between the lines, ideally you're just looking for a set and then a spin in behind. So if you're going to drop in here, you're looking at the centre back to fire it into you. If you can turn, great. If you can't, you're looking to set the number 8, and then you have your wingers making runs in behind, and then you are also spinning in behind. Because if you've dropped into this space here, this centre back would be drawn towards you. Now you set space in behind for your wingers to run into, and now guess what? You are hitting the box with aggression, with purpose, with directness. Because now the opposition are retreating, they're sprinting back to their goal. What can you do now? How can you be effective? The ball's out here. You're looking for those cutbacks. So once you've set and the ball's gone ahead of you, you're simply rotating and you're running into the box. You're going to be in and around here. The cutback is there, and then a first time finish. Or your winger could take the ball even further, which gives you more time, and maybe you pretend to want the ball in the near post and then you go to the far post, the ball is fired across goal and then you finish just like that. Or you pretend to go to the far post, attracting attention towards you, and then you make that sudden near post run for a first time finish. And ideally when you're looking at a first time finish, you're using your instep, because if you look at your instep compared to the laces part of your foot, which one has a higher chance of accuracy? It's obviously your instep. So when that ball gets fired across goal, you're really focusing, once again, thinking that there's a teammate on the goal line and you just have to pass it into them with speed. Bang, goal, celebrate in the corner as well. And as a striker, your positioning is extremely important. For example, if the ball is out with your left winger, where are you standing? Who are you occupying? And who are you putting at discomfort? What on earth does that mean? If you're standing here, for example, this centre-back can see you and can see the ball, and they are relatively comfortable with that situation. The moment you go here, this centre-back can see you and can see the ball, but this one is now slightly concerned. Who do I look at? Do I just look at the ball? Do I look at the striker? What do I do? And now you're creating problems. If you're roaming and occupying these two centre-backs' attention as much as possible, that's where you are at your most dangerous. Because now, if this winger cuts in, guess what? This centre-back is still a bit unsure. Do I go to the ball? Do I look at the winger? Do I look at you as a striker? Now you can make this run and receive the ball on that centre-back who is at discomfort. If the ball is on the right side, you are here and you're going to exploit this centre-back here because the left-sided centre-back is looking at the ball but cannot see you. This is where you can exploit that advantage and make this run, receive the ball here, and then when you're in and around here, you're looking at shots across the goal first time when the keeper is least expecting it. If you look at the best strikers in the world, Suarez, Harry Kane, Lewandowski, when they're around here, they don't even take a touch sometimes. They know where the goal is. They know their pitch geography, and low and hard across goal, and then a great celebration afterwards as well. So try and move around the centre-back who is not looking at you. It's really important. If, for example, the number 10 has the ball in this pocket of space here, you are on this side because now the 5 is still a bit unsure. Do I go? Do I stay? If I stay, this number 10 will keep driving. Oh, if I'm going to go, you are now making that run. You're curving your run, obviously, to be onside. And then as you receive the ball here, maybe this centre-back has followed you, right? And then your winger should be hitting the box as a second striker with this fullback. And now it's a potential 2v2 scenario. It can happen. And now it's down to you. Maybe you cut in and then you do a fake shot. You go here and then you fire it across goal. Or you do a cross into the box for your number 11 to score as well. But whatever you're doing it with purpose and you're trying to be a nuisance to the opposition as much as possible. You're literally trying to be a handful. And then when it comes to pressing and defending, you are the first defender if you're a striker. The striker is the first defender. You set the tone for the rest of the team. You decide whether it's a high press and everyone needs to squeeze up with you. You decide, okay, hang on a minute. We need to regain our shape. We need to regain our focus. So I'm going to sit off. It's all down to you. So for example, right now, you can block off one side of the pitch. So when the right sided centre-back has the ball, your aim is to prevent this switch. You want to make things easier for the rest of your team. If this 4 has the ball and gives it out to the 5, immediately you're really arcing your run, you're curving your run so that they cannot play across. Because now, this centre-back, yes, they have a little bit of time on the ball, but now you are pressing the ball, you're affecting the centre-back's decision-making, and also you've given time for your team to shuffle to that side of the pitch. And then, if they play it out to the right-back, your winger is pressing the ball, but your job's not done. Your aim is to drop off a little bit to prevent this pass here. You do not want the right-back to pass the ball to the left centre-back. If that happens, okay, your right winger can press the ball, and then they can go into the 8, into the 3, and then they're out. Unless your right back presses, but that requires the whole team to be on one page. But anyway, as soon as the right centre-back plays it out to the right back, you drop off a little bit to block off this pass, and then you let them play back to this player here. And then as soon as the ball goes, now you're even more aggressive, and now you're really curving your run, and you're forcing a long ball or a mistake. Maybe they want to play their number 6, but then you've affected the quality of that pass, and then your number 10 is there to regain the ball, and now you could actually be in on goal in a 1v1 situation. So your aim is when the ball goes out to, let's say, the left back, you do not want that switch, so you're dropping off a little bit, you're letting them play back to that near side centre back, and then you're curving your run, but with more aggression, with more pressure. It's a trap. You would be setting a trap for the opposition.